this is your man, Jay Legs, and you are back rocking with the Culture Cure. I got my favorite people in the world. How y'all doing?
Great.
No, I don't like that. Like, how are you all doing?
I'm great.
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Jesus Christ. I always want to come in here acting like y'all don't...
Well, we tired?
It's not my problem. I have nothing to do with y'all being tired.
How are you?
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get the record process. However, we got some special people in the room. We got a reoccurring guest. Koolade, what's up, man?
What up, though?
How you doing?
I'm chilling.
That's good, man. Let's see how the business going.
Great.
Is that a friend that never bought nothing finally bought something?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is he still your friend?
Yeah.
You seem like one of the people that you just can't cut nobody off, or you just too nice for your own good. Yeah, I guess so.
Wait a minute.
We have a hater.
Oh, okay. So, to the Culture Cure fans, followers, that we have a special guest that never took less than Mike with us. We have MelodyFresh, our professional brand. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Hey,
We got a bill now.
how you doing?
I am awesome.
Hey, I was stalking her DMs. We talked. She was like, oh, yeah, I was.
I was about to say, you probably want to rephrase that.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, he knows it was about business.
I just see you going in a downward spiral.
Business. Okay, I was business stalking.
There you go.
I was business stalking.
Clean it up.
Like, hey, we talked, and then she was busy as I don't know what, and then we talked again, and I was like, you know what? I might be able to get Kool-Aid. I can get Kool-Aid.
Then you can get hurt, yes.
Okay, that's thinking.
Yeah.
Apparently it worked.
Yeah.
It did.
Nice.
It did.
Welcome.
How you doing, man?
I am good.
So, tell us about yourself. Tell us your story.
Oh, my story. Which part of the chapter?
All right, let's start. So you're from Detroit?
I am from Ferndale.
Oh!
First of all, if you did want to say that you were from
You're
Detroit,
not getting
I'm
it.
not about the front.
yeah.
Not from Detroit.
Oh!
Hater.
Oh, no.
Quickly, he's like, yeah, that's a no for her.
No.
GPS education over here,
Not
thank
at
you.
all.
All
Who
right.
you?
Not I.
Oh!
Oh, wait.
Whoa.
Wait.
Society, so
I went to DPS also as well.
Yeah.
Do you
No, it's
know
not.
there, and there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because 9 out of 10 DPS kids don't.
Wow!
Really?
Shots is being off.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
I know the dog has a difference.
Wait, I am a Renaissance.
What
kid.
just happened? I went to CAS. I still don't remember what that is.
There, the difference, the three there.
Oh, okay, come on. Okay, first of all, I pick on people about that. So yes, I didn't know what you meant, but I actually.
And I'm just, it's like,
I pick on people about
She's like, I'm just serious.
No, yeah, grammar is very important. I didn't know that's what you meant, but I know now.
everyone's a cast king.
Legs, what school did you go to?
Right?
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
That's the one I usually got it
Whoa!
correct.
That's still standard.
Whoa!
I'm here for that shade.
Whoa!
Just don't bring it towards Renaissance.
Whoa! All right.
Well,
Shut all this
it
down.
is
And
what
Kool-Aid,
it
where'd
is.
you go?
Oh!
Mumford.
Dumper.
Right, exactly.
We were intelligent.
Dust stains.
First of all,
Is that what I told you all?
Mumford is like the only light blue building I've ever seen in my
Those
life.
light-
Actually,
oh,
minus Hitsville.
Rebuilt a new one. Not as blue.
Oh.
Aren't your colors still that ugly blue and like a burgundy?
Powder blue and burgundy.
No, that's
dope.
terrible.
Bro.
That sounds like awful prom colors.
Like with the ruffled shirt, I can see it.
Like a
The
70s
burgundy
tuxedo.
one for sure with the powder blue suit.
Oh,
That's what he graduated.
killing it.
A 70s tuxedo.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
so you're from Ferndale.
I'm from Ferndale.
Okay. How was living in Ferndale?
Awesome. It is such a happy place.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Ferndale does seem very happy. Like, when you cross over,
First of all, we go to Ferndale to have a good time. So.
when you cross over Illinois, it's like the birds start chirping different.
They
Yeah.
do.
Oh my God.
They got a little more pep in
Stop
themselves.
it.
They do.
He might be right.
No, they do.
Now
Stop
our birds
it.
are a little bit different than He's 7 mile birds, okay?
Well,
Are
East
there
Side.
are
East-
there
East-
are there
yes.
birds
I'll give you that
over
one.
on East 7 miles? Are there any living animals on the East
That's a
Side?
no-fly zone.
You're gonna lose all of your listeners from the east side.
You know what? So we like the East Side. You know,
They know where they live.
They know.
This is
Listen, my East Side friends do not. They know. Okay, I have a screenshot on my phone to this day. Literally the other day, as soon as it started getting hot, my friend Portia said, "It's getting hot, so don't come on the east. You might not make it back out."
That's a
Wow.
fact.
Now this is an east. She lives
Where's the
there.
lie?
That's
She
a
lives
fact.
there. She's lived there all her life.
Where's the
So
lie?
wow.
she knows her truth. She's speaking her truth.
I mean, I stay away from the East Side.
A lot of them don't admit it though.
Thank you, because
They'll
they always
post
try to say
pictures of the
they
most
always try to
ratchet
say
people,
the
like,
West Side is
no.
yeah, like no, that ain't it.
Like, you know those are your cousins.
Like, come on.
You know they
Why
got
are you
those
doing this?
they got those outfits now with like the Cheetos, Flaming Hots, all that other
Yes.
shit. Like, yeah,
East
somebody
Side,
gonna
yeah.
post on there. He's from the East Side. He gonna say like, oh yeah, look at these West Siders about to be off. Like you know, doggone well,
You know.
ain't nobody from the West Side wearing that garbage.
That Keisha from Gratiot
Yeah.
is gonna have that on with the matching 27 piece.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
Like an orange color with
That's
a burnt
honest.
red.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you
Okay.
imagine?
With the curly looking like curly fries because they look like hot chili peppers. Don't play with me, okay?
Well,
Play with your mama. Don't play with me.
The culture here does not.
Right.
we said what we said.
We do not.
It's all love,
I
Eastside.
still love
But from
my
afar.
East Side people.
We do
It's
not.
all love, but I won't be over there.
Okay?
We do not
Safely,
have
safely.
honor any of these comments.
I
Nothing you can do
said
for
what
me on
I
the East Side.
said.
But I will say this about the East Side. They got some good guys.
No.
Hold on.
You lost me on them.
I'm so tired of West Side chicks saying that.
It's the truth.
Listen, you're only saying that because they'll give you anything to talk to you. You think about, oh, I got a West Side chick. No, come
They gonna
on.
cash you up.
Can I give you your number? Here's my card. Take it. Give me your number.
Me being the West Side guy, we always be like, oh, East Side chicks, because they do whatever. So we be like, yeah, we an East Side chick, and it's just the same
And the
way.
West Side
Same
won't.
way.
So the East Side's got to give the West Sides whatever they can to get something out of the West Side.
True story.
I just feel
That's
like
how it
they.
I'm shocked you even. Let me
Is it
stop.
more
Okay, I do know
friendly,
some.
more
Yeah,
like-
because they're like, ooh, it's a West Side chick.
I don't think she's from around here, guys.
I do know some guys from the East Side. They cool looking.
Yeah.
Be on the porch like.
Is that the West Side?
Okay?
Real like a breath of fresh air.
Like Roosevelt.
That's what they smell. A
Is
breath
that
of fresh
Wyoming?
air.
My God.
There you go.
All right, this can go on all night.
It was supposed
Okay,
to start
so
off
you're
like
from
this.
you're from Ferndale.
Yes, I am from Ferndale.
This is terrible.
I
This-
know, right?
This is derailed so quickly.
I know. Okay, so what else about
Only
yourself?
telling truth. I'm good telling the truth.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Ferndale. Yeah, you're from
You
Ferndale.
know.
So I'm from
Yourself,
Ferndale, and I'm a Ferndale High School graduate. I'm
Oh.
a Specs Howard graduate.
Okay.
I'm a Oakland Community College graduate.
Okay.
I'm a going back to Oakland University person.
Okay. All right. Put your resume out there then.
Yeah, I have my only child, the Fresher brand. It will be 5 next year.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Let's
this
stop
deal.
there for a
Ring a
minute.
ding ding.
Let's stop there. So, what got you to the Fresher brand? Let's talk about that journey.
So I
What were you doing
almost
before?
all my life I've been hosting events, fashion shows, parties, and all of that jazz. So when I would go out, I would make shirts for myself, and one shirt in particular, which was my Such a Effing Lady shirt. People would ask me, like, I want that shirt. Like, where did you get it? And I'm like, I just had one pressed up, one for me. Uno is for me.
Mhm.
There were no extras.
It's a one-on-one.
Just for me.
Mhm.
But light bulb went off in my head because I'm always a hustler at heart. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna make these shirts so I can just like sell them to people or whatever, which were really like my friends at first. And then it just kind of spiraled into a whole brand. And at the time, let's see, 2015, 15 or 16, Koolade had a store in Midtown. And I started off online only because again it was just some stuff I was kind of doing. Then I just kind of like birthed it into its own, unique identity. It was its own brand. I started making more products. I had hats and sweatshirts, and so I was delivering something one day, and Nosy McNosin over here called me trying to check me because you know how you have like those friends that like try to tell your daddy or whatever. So he called me. We were just friends at the time. And he's like, "No, you're delivering stuff. Like, just bring your stuff in my store. You know, make that your pickup location for local customers." So after that, I eventually took over his store, and we outgrew it because we were both growing. So we eventually moved on up, and now we're in Royal Oak, a year and a half strong in a new place.
Wow.
That's
It's like a perfect story.
Yeah, it is, right?
Retail, streetwear glow up.
Where did the name Fresher come from?
So my my moniker when I was hosting parties was always MelodyFresh.
Mm-hmm.
So in high school, oh Lord, that was 10 years ago.
It was longer than that.
Because 10 years is like, is it really 10 years? Like, dang. I look the same, but I can't speak for everybody else. But anyway,
Wow, she came with a sword
I
off
want
this
to know.
boy.
She is throwing all the shots. Okay.
Fully
She
automatic.
promoting like, hey, y'all watch.
Like, take cover.
Fully automatic, okay?
Because they're coming.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, it'll be nice.
Please don't. I ain't doing it. I'm just glad I'm not on the other end.
Jesus.
That's fine.
Don't
Just wait. We got
I may say something.
There's more. So in high school, like, I've always been like, I like classic things. I like things that aren't trendy. So words like fresh, they don't really go out of style. Like, people have been saying they've been fresh for like decades at this point. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being like, I don't know, Melody Swag or Melody Drip, like, I don't know, Melody Fresh just kind of worked or whatever. So I used to think I was like the freshest thing ever. Looking back, I'm like, ooh, why did I wear those polka dots? But, you know,
they were cute.
it was fashion, exactly. So at that time, it was really, really cute. So that just kind of stuck. It became like my name. So when it came to creating a name for a whole clothing company, it was like, well, we'll just call it Fresh. But it's a lot of stuff that's called Fresh. So at the time, or at this time still, Facebook lets you can only have 5,000 friends on one page. So I made another page, which was Melody Fresher, because I wanted you to still understand it was me.
Nice. Yeah.
You know how people would be like, did you delete me because I see it's too. It's like, no,
This is really you.
I'm page 2, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of just stuck, and I'm like, all right, sweet. So I called Koolade, like, yo, I need a logo. And he had it done, like, did you do it like in a day or 2 days?
Oh, you don't
And you was working
sleep.
quick.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does not.
Still ain't sleep.
Ew.
He was trying to win you. Y'all weren't
He
together.
was like, no, we were just friends. We've
Yeah,
been friends a long time.
Goddamn.
Yeah, no. He probably got on my nerves.
Y'all might as well give us the backstory of that too for the followers
really,
who don't know. You might well go
For those who
ahead.
don't know, we've been business partners forever. We met during like a fashion show, and ironically, the shirt that I wore in the fashion show said "I'll change your life." And years later, I mean,
Excuses.
Like,
I'm gonna come tell the truth.
whatever. So, yeah, so we did parties, we've done skate events, we've done all kind of events together, and we especially did a lot of stuff with our party. So, over time, we just have a lot of mutual friends. We always will hang out. He would try to like say something, and I'd be like, nah, whatever. And he would just not. He would be like, okay. So I didn't take it serious because you weren't persistent. So 2015, fall of 2015, he was like, I'm going to be persistent. So, and he was. So he would go in the grocery stores or wherever and be like, I'm going to make her my wife. And I'm like, shut up. Don't tell people that because I don't think they
that's
believe
cute.
you. So Valentine's Day was our first date, and he hasn't wanted me to go home ever since. So,
Okay, so now the real story.
Playing it right.
Back in 2008. I
wasn't
could put
even
this up on
cool.
Facebook. And
Oh.
she was in my inbox.
Oh,
And
the real truth.
We missed that part.
you gonna call me? And
Really?
But this is how it really started. off.
Really?
You know how I think it was MySpace might be.
Whoa, take it back for him.
Whoa.
You know, you see somebody on
Almost
MySpace.
choked.
Send a little message, like, hey, what's up?
What's
You
your
know,
name on
send a
MySpace?
message back.
Dog.
I don't even remember.
I can't find my old MySpace.
I remember mine on Black
tried.
Planet. And I don't even know
I
if
remember
I
my
had.
Black Planet. I don't remember my MySpace.
I never had a Black Planet. I didn't mess with
What?
that.
Building your page,
You
that
were
was
light
like
skinned.
coding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
And had you started on Black Planet, you probably would be double as cold as you are in coding.
For real?
But think about
Yeah.
it.
You had to build your own.
Literally,
site.
you had to put them codes in
Yeah.
the right way. You had to like really
Oh,
get it
really?
together. You
That
would
was
start
hard
off
work
and
to
be
change
like,
one
yeah.
sentence.
You were doing
Well,
Oh,
good.
crazy. Yeah,
I had smoke coming out. I had music.
I forgot
coming
about
out.
all that
Music,
stuff.
yes.
You
Yeah.
see somebody's
Sean's
page,
coming
you
out.
like,
People
you would
do
go
Oh, yeah,
like,
see, I
steal
would've been
their
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah.
My page would
Because
have
then,
You
like,
copy and paste it.
you go to
Like
somebody's
what?
page, you can actually go to the command screen
Yeah,
and just
and steal what they have.
steal
Code.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have went crazy. Yeah,
We were all codes back in the day.
Yeah.
You didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just like, now I'm trying to make my Facebook,
Yeah.
my Black Planet page.
Move.
Pop.
That's
Right.
it. I want something to move.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you.
So what's the real
she hit
story?
you on-
Oh yeah, so you know, I sent her a little message. She sent me one back. Sent a number. We talked. So I'm like, you know what's going on? Blah blah blah. What you doing later? No, nothing. You know, like let's meet at Sweetwater. Okay. Bet 8 o'clock. Let's do it. So we get off the phone. I'm like, man, she kind of dope. Let me go back and look at her page more. So I start going through all of the pictures.
Of course,
was like-
do your research.
I see a lot of pictures with lockers in the background.
oh
No, hold on.
Oh,
So I pick the phone up, call that.
725.
You in high
What's
school?
going on? I'm like, how old are you? I'm old enough. No, you're not old enough. How old are you? I think she probably been 17. I was like, no, I can't go out there. Are you crazy? Like, you trying to get me locked up? No good. She's like, oh, well, like, no. So after that, then we go into the Facebook thing or whatever. And she was supposed to model for me. I was supposed to give her a shirt or something.
He was BSM.
And I didn't, so she called me. So I opened up one time. She's like, "Hey, Koolade," and blah blah. Like, Koolade, like what is this? Little pet name and all that. You supposed to call me?
Really?
Like, this little young girl crazy. I'm like, no way.
That is not what happened.
Because we have an age difference of what 15 years.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 43.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. At the time, I was like, this little girl trying to get me in trouble. Like, but when she turned 25, though, that's when I was like,
It's time.
Well, wait a minute.
so were you waiting for
Dang,
25?
I told you know what it was crazy. I told her what you. I'm like, you know what, girl, I'm waiting till you grown up. You know, just messing around, and that's what really happened.
That's hilarious.
Words into the universe.
Man, that's what's up.
Speak it.
So all of that. So business partners first. So how was that? How was that being? You know, being business partners and then now being.
That was gonna be my first question.
Engaged partners.
Right.
Oh,
It's
so tell us
cool.
about the proposal real quick. So
Oh,
how'd you propose? Or one of
my
y'all,
plan.
whoever gonna
I
tell
like
the
you
truth.
to tell it.
My plan was to do it at. Okay, her auntie has dinner at her house. You know, Christmas dinner or whatever.
Oh, fancy.
So my plan was to do it there with all of her family there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The day before this happens, I get a call from my cousin like, my mama's boyfriend gonna, you know, propose. And I'm like, oh no.
Tell me
I'm like,
can't
are
do
you
it.
serious? I was like, I can't let nobody steal her moment. You know what I'm saying? So that day I was out to dinner with my family. We do a Christmas Eve dinner or whatever. So I called all of our friends, text all of our friends, like, listen, I need y'all at the store at 8 o'clock. And they're like, why? Some of them like, why? Some of them like, I'll be there. I'm just like, just get there. I'm calling all of her friends. One of her friends that just had surgery, like,
Oh wow.
a couple days, like on her stomach. It was something serious. And I'm like, yo, I need you at the store, 8 o'clock. And she was just like, huh? I said, Trace, I need you at the store at 8 o'clock. She's like, okay.
That's a friend.
Yeah. She hit that mug half leaner. I'm
Right,
like, what's
because
wrong
they're
with
out.
you?
I didn't know the severity, but still, like.
Yeah, so I talked to her pops or whatever. And,
Okay.
she was
Like,
there.
people still do that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
They
I did.
should.
I know they
That
should,
girl.
but a lot
That was
of guys
Yeah.
just,
Look, I know what year it is.
yeah, different time.
Yeah, no, you
It's
gotta keep
disgusting.
That, you gotta keep that respect. And then I had everybody come up there, whatever, and I told her we were doing a game night at the store. I was like, it's Christmas Eve period. I haven't done nothing to do. We'll do a game night. She's like, all right, bet. So after the store filled up, I was like, we was in the back. I said, listen, there's a lot of people here. A lot of people love us. We got to go out there and tell them thank you for coming or whatever before we start playing these games or whatever. So we got there. She like, say something. I'm like, no, you do the talking. So she's standing there. I'm standing behind her. She get to talking or whatever. And I pulled it out and got on my knee. And she turned around.
Aww.
you just shrugged it off.
Oh, yeah.
You understand
Yeah,
why.
'cause I was like, I had to like some of the stuff. I had like some of my guys like these big burly tough look. Why are y'all two playing Connect Four with each other? Like, come on, man. Play it off better than this. Some of the girls and stuff like those, they sitting there like, you know, we just gonna pass the time. I'm like, no, dog, that don't even look real. Like,
Nobody believes you.
He over here like, oh.
Okay, I do understand the part about being played, right? Like, one of my friends got proposed to, like, they're married now or whatever, but like, I knew about it, went help pick out the ring, all of that stuff, and I'm like, okay, I knew when it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen New Year's Eve. I'm like, okay, like, hey, you wanna go get our nails done together? Her nails were like chipped up. I'm like, trying to.
She said no?
I'm like, yes. I'm like, let's go.
Like, no, for real,
Get our
I got you.
nails done.
I'm paying.
Okay, so
So she was so upset, and then she like had to take a picture like this. I'm like, God, I hate you. Like, why did you
not
go?
listen.
Like, yeah.
Thankfully, I was
Anybody ever tell me to get my nail? Well, you ain't gonna tell me, but anybody ever suggested? I'm like, I'm
All right,
going.
girl. What
Yeah.
you know? No.
My best friend did
It's
say she
Tuesday.
checked.
Why you want to do that?
She was like, "Well, you can't. I knew you got your nails in a couple of days before that." I was like, "Good, because let me know."
Right.
Because I can't be out here
Like,
with
you
the
going to
fix,
game
like-
night like that?
Yeah, right.
And I would have been like, "Yeah," because
It was
it
game
was
night.
just our family and friends. Like it was very intimate. It wasn't
Yeah.
a person there that I was like, "This person
Yeah.
doesn't come to game night. Why are you?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that really was important. Like,
Oh,
because
that's
again,
so
I'm like,
sweet.
there's a lot of people that came out on Christmas Eve. Like,
Yeah.
but like my dad came with my little brother and sister, and my dad is super busy, and so is my stepmom, and they brought the whole family. Like it was the four of them. I should have known then. Like, where all y'all
Yeah.
Why
doing?
y'all here?
Like, y'all here to play Connect Four?
They
They got the kids out on
exactly
Christmas
right.
Eve?
Yeah.
Like
And they happy about it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're right.
Something's afoot.
my little sister's new favorite word is brother-in-law. She don't even call Koolade Koolade. She be like, my brother-in-law's here. Like,
Aw.
like okay.
Aw.
Clearly,
You
she
gonna be
didn't have a
60 years old and call.
Right.
Hey, brother-in-law.
He does not have a name anymore. Just
So
brother.
how does that like affect, or does it affect like you guys working together?
It does.
Is it, because that my question was gonna be like, what's the best part about it, and like what's the like, you know how people say
The worst part?
peak
You
and
can't
piss.
answer that. Somebody asked us that in an interview,
Yeah.
and we were sitting there like, "What don't I like?" But like, we really were trying to
Oh,
think of
that's
something, and we
nice.
were like, "Okay, no." And it sounds like I don't want to sound cliche, but we're about our business. So I'm not about to hold up a sale because I'm mad at you because you fell asleep with me last night at like dinner. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, wear such and such a shirt. Like I'm not gonna be like, "Sir, I'm not talking to my man right now, so I don't have time to find your order." Like,
Yeah.
why
You
would
know where
you
you're
know?
not.
So, yeah, like I'm not gonna. I would never. We don't bring our problems on Instagram or Front Street or none of that. So
Yeah.
it's really not even a thing. Like we just work. We just can be in each other's presence, and it's just whatever.
Like I've heard people say like, oh, I couldn't work with my spouse, like they need that break.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they like, I see them all the time. Like I need to go to work to get away from them.
Right.
And I'm like, that sounds pretty miserable. But-
Yeah, we're not there.
I think,
We
I
don't
think
live there.
the friendship in the beginning really, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know, I actually agree with that because I think a lot of people nowadays don't build a relationship on a solid friendship.
Yeah.
It's all built
That's
on,
situationship.
it's an aesthetic thing at first, like, oh, you cute, I like
Mhm.
you.
I'm cute. Let's do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you really talk to people, they cannot have a conversation all the time
busy
with their
texting
significant
or
other.
are they? Yeah.
So let me ask you all a question, something off of that. So since you all are together pretty much all the time, when you all get home, like, is it hard to figure conversation?
No, we play games. We're childish.
Oh, that's my kind of relationship.
Look like Eve or whatever. Like, but he worked like he has a computer at the store and a computer at home. So if I'm like cooking, like he's not standing there. Like I have the pepper. Like it's
Yeah.
not like we're not attached at the hip, but we're just around. So I guess that's the space. I don't know. We just don't hate each other. I don't know how to explain
It just,
that.
I don't,
It just works.
So a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
Basically,
like
yeah.
there's no, I don't know. We give each other our space if we need it, but like
So-
even if I want to get away from the road, I can just go lay on his stomach. And I'm
Yeah.
okay. You don't have to
Mhm.
talk, just stomach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it's not even a thing. Like, oh, I have to get the heck away from you. Like, I don't
So
know. It's
since
what
your
it is.
brands are separate, right? Like, do you guys like ever like give each other like advice on like new ideas for your clothing? You know what I mean? Like, do you like bounce ideas off of each other? Yeah.
And you know, and even still, you can't always tell people this when they ask that. Like, what he says might be gold, and what he says might be cold. Because one time, I remember when I first started doing fanny packs. This is before they became like a craze. I'm like, I want to do some like retro stuff because again, I'm like old inside. So I'm like, I want to do fanny packs. He was like, I don't know.
Leave them in the 80s.
Ain't nobody checking.
But I was like, me being me, I was like, well, I'll put my pinky toe in. I'll, order a few. Let's see how they work. And I like sold them like that weekend. So he was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm glad you did the fanny packs. Like, because had I was just like, all right, you said no, like, I would have never made that money. Like, I still sell fanny packs to this day. So they are essential. They work for my brand. For his brand, they might not have worked. And really, that might have been his perspective. Like, they probably wouldn't have worked for, AYB, but they do work for Fresher. And vice versa. Like, it's stuff I look at and I'm like, I don't know. But then he'll sell like 60. And it's like, oh, well, guess that works, man. Take me out to dinner. Let's go.
I'm using the pro.
Okay.
Drinks on you.
Yeah, let me help you count that real quick.
So I think we asked you this the last time you were here, but I want to ask you, like, what's your favorite brands? Like, what's a really good, I don't want to use the term classic. Actually, it could be local, or like, I know you named some stuff that were like, cause you're all about like longevity. So you named some brands that's been around for a long time. Some, so like, but what brands do you like in general?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what brands? Okay, so let's see. We're talking about clothing brands or just brands? Period.
Just brands.
Just brands.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
you could
let's see.
sprinkle a little clothing because I was asking about clothing.
So,
I was about to make it hard. Say black brands.
Ooh.
Okay.
That doesn't make
Somebody needs a pen and paper.
I know, right?
I know.
Keep up with all of this.
Let me think. Okay, so
Too many options.
Carry the one.
Jesus. I'm confused.
What's happening?
She gonna say one name. Fresher.
Okay. That's the go. I want it to be here go too. Okay, so let me think. If we're national, like non-black brands, I'm not a brand girl. I like pieces. So I guess I kind of incorporate that in my own stuff. I'm not really an all over label girl. Like, I never wear a all over print Gucci t-shirt. That makes sense. Just to put you in perspective. So I never have been big on brands. I always just been big on like the piece. So I like things that work for my shape. I like things that won't go out of style, in 2 weeks. So with that being said, I don't really have a lot of brands that I just be like, oh, like if it's House of Darion, like I'm gonna have to get like I don't really.
You took that old school.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I just don't
never
buy a
got
lot of
into
brands like that. I didn't either.
But
I hate trendy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I can go in Forever 21 and make it look like $1,000 dress. So I'm not about brands. Like I'm just about a good piece.
Thank God.
So who has your favorite piece?
So
Who have you got your favorite pieces from?
Randomly. So I love to shop at Spoil Forever. She has good pieces. Black & Company, they have good pieces. As far as like product lines themselves, I am obsessed with the Brooklyn Body Butter and Cream Blends. I both think that they also market very, very well.
Doing their thing over there.
Yeah. And what I like about Jazz is like Jazz is Brooklyn Body Butter. She, has a theme or like, almost like a story around whatever product she drops. And when retail, and I'll tell them like, oh, we need to do more of this, we need to do more of that. Like those are things that, anybody, they're going to pay attention to. Even for you guys, doing a show, like what story are you telling for this time so that this person, that your customer will want to keep engaging in? Even if it's not, okay, I don't wear t-shirts. Like a person doesn't wear t-shirts, but just, what about this episode is going to make me want to listen, even if I don't like what they do or what they say. So I guess it's the same concept. Let's see, who else? Yes, I do love Jennifer Lee's shoes and boots. She's not black, but she's not a local, but she's a designer from Canada. So I would rather support small upcoming dope folks, then
the big brands.
Then just the bigger brands.
Sucking up everybody's paycheck.
And then on top of that, your smaller brands do a little bit less marketing damage. Like, I hate feeling like, dang, I don't want to wear this insert name here, $2,500 bag because they just put out something, you know, that was harmful to us, you know, black
community,
people or a community or women in general. So it's like, give me the up and coming girl that, you know, her shoes may be $400, but they're still dope shoes. They're still gonna last me some years, and she's not out here trying to squeeze me out. I would much rather I'll cash her out, no, I won.
See, people don't think like you. Like, I just covered what you just said. Oh my God. People don't think like you though. Like, and we were talking about that when you were here last time. Like, people don't go out and like support like businesses. Black people don't support each other. Long story short.
And I'm a custom lover, so all my like every year for my birthday, I usually wear something custom. So there are people who actually customizing my clothes. So like Alex, we love Bossy B. She is one of the coldest people with a needle I've ever met in my life. You can just be like, oh, I have this idea in my head. She'll be like this, and then she'll have it ready for you. So I would much rather again support somebody who's like an honest creative than just buy it.
Yeah.
It's like, everybody can have it. What's in my mind, everybody doesn't always have that.
Can you sew?
A little bit, but I'm not whole outfit sew.
Yeah.
That's not my ministry.
Yeah.
I'm
So who sews the best? I know
he
you
does. He sews women. If I can't get it, I'm like,
excuse me, sir.
Open this jar.
Yeah, me and my ideas. So what was that? 2 years ago, I was the cat in the hat for Halloween. So you cannot buy a sexy cat in the hat costume. Okay, they just don't exist. And if they do exist, they're like $400.
They
They're
got
like
ridiculous.
cosplay.
Yeah. They got ridiculous.
That's a little
serious. Exactly. Like,
costumes,
it's not that deep. So I went and bought a black bodysuit. I went and found like some feline type material, and we were gonna sew it onto the. I couldn't sew that on. That really wasn't.
So did you do it?
He did.
So
Halloween would have been a mess because I had no backup or nothing.
You know what's playing in my mind? Like, movies are like, Mama, I want this costume. And the mom saw the costume.
Baby, can you
That's
please?
exactly what it looks.
Dog,
That's
I'm
too
telling
cute.
you, I can't. I'm a little better than I was at that time, but not that much.
I mean, hey, if you don't have to, then.
She has to.
Nope.
Has to.
What, so?
Yeah, let's get this. I'm ready for it to get to the next level. Like,
What you
When
can't
he get
go
overwhelmed, he be
anymore.
looking at me like,
Dang, you can't help none. Like, you can't do nothing.
Did you even peach it?
Like, I don't need the moral support right now. I need actual work.
Yeah.
Look at this pedal go.
Help me.
yes,
He probably
literally.
up all night just staring at her piss.
Chill,
we
man.
bringing nothing to
Sleeping
the
all summer. He over here like.
That's me. That's me.
Hitting the pedal.
Knocked out. Then
The
I be like,
broken
what time you
needle.
go to bed?
4.
5. I took a nap.
I got a whole 8 hours.
and then she'll go to sleep like if I'm sore right here. She'll go to sleep right next to my computer, and I'll just be looking at her the whole time
Like, this shit ain't fair.
I was attempting to support with my livelihood, but then the stand man came.
It was over.
I know you said you were looking to find some people to help you with the song.
Yeah.
No.
Were you actively looking?
I thought you.
No, I talked to a couple of people, but
That's the real question.
Just actively, yes. No, yes.
Why? You just want to keep it in house?
no, I don't want to make the mistake of showing somebody
Oh.
what I do, and then they try to do it.
That's
Because
why
like
I said,
I don't.
Dude, if you
I
don't get
I don't know how to take
if you don't get one of them
being betrayed.
Jeff made us sign a form. What's the
Oh yeah,
form I'm thinking about?
definitely.
Like,
Kinda
get
get
you
you out of-
something something like you won't steal my idea.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah.
all that,
Yeah.
this is why you need a
Because I go
little
to people's
old
houses
lady.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
need a little old lady who she's doing this in retirement.
Mhm.
She don't have nothing else to do.
And she work
She
fast.
I'm
I
trying
know.
to start nobody's business.
Right.
Yeah.
Where he gonna put her?
Who know Margaret?
You know my grandmother's name was.
Oh.
You got a basement?
We got a sweatshop.
Well, she gotta do it at home.
So I live in a condo.
Right.
Modern day.
Just go buy Miss
Put her in the
Margaret
tub.
her
Put her in the
own
tub.
sewing machine.
Yeah, no, my auntie, she said she'll do it, but she is.
There was a budget
Little.
and
Oh, she looks big.
Yeah, I had her do a shirt. I was like, I said, I want to do this. I got this plaid shirt. I want to do a polka dot pocket on there. And she was like, that'd be a good idea. I'm like, yeah. So I gave her the material or whatever. I was like, so how much? And she told me, I was like, what can I sell this shirt for? $40? I
Dang.
sell this shirt for $200.
So you went back to her, I'm assuming.
Not for that.
I saw that $100 shirt came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how's that doing?
Good. I didn't know whoever was watching.
Tell people who
what's his
might not
name?
heard the last
Melvin.
show.
Melvin, yeah, Melvin. He'd been to the store twice.
Really?
Oh,
He
that's
needed a
legit.
5X and they didn't send one in. I'm like, 5, bro. I'm like, try this 3. He's like, no, I need 5, bro.
that 3 not
So I sent the email back. I told him
God.
I'm gonna get it for him. No, I got it.
She said the crowd.
Yeah, if you're watching, I got your shirt coming, bro. I got your shirt.
Oh, that's legit.
I don't even have one. I didn't get
You
one
wear my
last
shirt?
time or this time.
You know what? It's on the counter right next to where I was all day long. I was like, I'm not gonna forget to take this shirt.
Tell the people what it is who don't follow you or who didn't hear our
Oh,
last
you got
show.
the $100 story.
Right.
The shirt about the story about the shirt.
Oh, the $100 shirt?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Well, it was a test market. I wanted to see. And see, this can sound bad, but you
Say it.
It's a good story though. Yeah.
you want to
It is
see
what it is.
you want to see what you can do with your power.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You want to see what kind of influence you got.
Right.
And drop the $100 T-shirt, see what will happen, and
So to clarify, the shirt literally says $100 T-shirt.
So somebody asked him, how much that shirt cost?
Yeah.
Really cost $100.
$100.
I mean, still like somebody just yesterday, they're like, because what I did was a raffle last Sunday,
Yeah.
$10 raffle, you win a shirt. So somebody was out of town, so they hit me up like Tuesday, like, is this still good? I'm like, no, that was just Sunday. I said, the shirt, we still got something available, but is the shirt really $100? Yes, it says $100 T-shirt. Like,
These not jokes.
like,
I know. It's like somebody going.
why would it be anything other than $100? It says $100 T-shirt. But I mean,
Going in the dollar store.
some
like,
people
how
be
much
tripping on
is
it. Some
this?
people like, are you crazy? I'm like,
But you know the
People buy it.
the
Yeah.
sad part
It
about it
worked.
is that they'll go and buy a polo with
Yeah.
that small horse
yeah,
down here.
yeah,
Small horse.
yeah,
With the small
Yeah.
horse, a pack of polo tees for $125.
exactly.
And
That's how much a pack of polo tees cost?
and won't have no problem
They
with
better
it.
not do that.
Nah,
You
mine
get
cost
that,
like
what?
$30.
That's what I'm like. Where you buying them from?
6 of them?
I stay at the outlet. Ain't no shame in my
So-
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
That's
you
how
go
it's-
get them for real.
You go get them from a polo store.
That's gonna be a no
You
for
pay,
me.
What?
like the polo in the
I
polo
got
store.
bleach on my little shirt.
The polo, like a regular polo in the polo store, is like $95.
Right.
Is it?
Cause you know what I do denim jackets. I got the little line I got called the denim articles. It's like custom denim jackets where I replace the panels with different materials and all that stuff. And the jackets are like starting at like $250. So somebody's
That's a
like,
whole denim jacket.
but somebody
Custom made,
was
though.
like, why it gotta be $250? It would make sense. You sell it for like $100. I said a regular Levi's denim jacket is $100. It has nothing on it. It's just a bulging
That-
jacket. So why would I put my work into something and then sell it for $100?
Excuse me, that's
It's
so
amazing
tacky.
to say that.
You, that's where I was about to say that. You're not walking up in like polo
Yeah,
or
but
Louis
yeah,
Vuitton asking them, why is this purse $1,000? Like, no, you in there cashing out. You gonna ask him. You gonna ask him because because that's what I was about to say. I hate to say it, but like, yeah, it's a black thing because everybody always trying to get a hookup instead of trying to support somebody.
Exactly.
Like, I can't stand that.
That's not
You
even-
will never do that.
I think of outside, like, guess what word I'm tired of? Support. I'm tired of people talking about it. I'm tired of people holding it against you. I'm tired of people using it. I went to support. Did you really go to the store or you just went to
Right. You know,
Right.
people will come. They will come to the store not buy nothing.
Just to say they win.
Yeah, be like, you know, I'm here or whatever, and you know, and hit me up like, you know, you see I'm supporting them. I said, that's not support, bro.
Right.
What did you do?
First
You
of all.
sucking up air.
Yeah.
Like,
You cost me money.
yeah.
You opened my door.
Like I
That's-
said-
That's honest.
And you unfolded 5 shirts.
Right.
Oh my! I used
Like
to
I
work
said
at
last
retail.
time,
I
I don't
can't
think
stand
we'll
that
ever get
either.
I don't think we'll ever get.
No.
You know, it's just
Oh.
sickening.
You mean us as a
whole
community?
As black
Like,
people.
yeah.
Black people just won't get it. Like,
This is like, you know, when they say, you know, oh, you sold out because you left the hood. Well, if I stay here, you're gonna rob me.
And kill me.
yeah.
In front of my plate?
I had people tell me
Man,
when I
that's
moved to
honest.
Royal Oak, that's like, oh man, I said, first of all, I was on Woodward, and you never came.
Right.
Like, I got in my hood, whatever. In my hood,
Right.
on my block alone,
Right.
at any random time you can pull up on the block, it's like 40-something people out there.
Mhm.
We all out there listening to music, whatever. When I opened that store in Midtown, 4 people came the whole 3 years I was in Midtown.
Mm-hmm.
And
As soon as you moved.
now I'm in Royal Oak,
Mm-hmm.
it's been 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
3 of the 4 that came to the other.
But you lost one.
And then, right. And I know why, because he definitely ain't coming from like mine. So,
Somebody got bring
What do you do?
definitely
Okay, he
ain't
has
coming
to be a
from-
passenger.
His license, I already knew what that was. When he said he went to Royal Oak and he lost one,
Like,
I knew
ooh,
exactly
man,
what
you
happened.
just bring it to the hood. I still mine.
Me and Northwood.
Personal drop off Northwood. Oh, Northwood.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just think us as black people, we just gotta do better.
How? Like, what does that look like to you? What does doing better look like to you?
Not
But he's like, I don't even know.
black-owned business is less than a regular or a white-owned business.
But you know,
That's not, and to me,
You
that's
don't go
that's
to the
not-
mall and be like, I supported Forever 21.
That's
No, you just go and buy whatever from Forever 21.
That's
You
right.
come to my
This
store,
is
you're
what I've
buying
seen in
from
my 20 years of doing this.
put that out there again. 20 years.
Hey.
What I noticed is,
She's loving it.
I think that, you know, when they say we have the crab in a barrel mentality,
Oh, yeah.
that is embedded in our culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because anytime you're friends, close friend, I'm talking about, I got friends, I can go on my phone right now. They texting me, because I'm a sneaker guy, you know, I collect. Yo, which of these you like better? I'm about to go buy these shoes. Bam. I'd be like, the blue one. I'm going to say the blue one, because I know I just got some stuff to go with it. Anyway, it might not even be the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, bet. And then I'd be like, okay, he count the shoes, they take a picture or whatever, and then they got this outfit that they bought from somewhere else. And I'd be like, you didn't think to come here
Mm-hmm.
To
get
your
the shoe.
friend's clothing store.
And you come to me about the shoe,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you should automatically be like, yo, I know you got a fit to go with these, because
I
that's
would
how it
be
should be.
embarrassed to ask you.
Hello.
And to then not come support you in the way of purchasing something. I would rather just not have the conversation. Like, I don't know, I'm just buy what
I
I
don't
want.
think people actively think to, hey, let me go like support my. It's not a thought. Like it's just like, oh, that's my boy. I'm gonna ask him a question about some
You got this
shoes
little shop
instead of
out
me
there,
actually going to like support. I don't know. Black people just don't think like that. Like they're not like. Okay, let me not say black people. Some people
You're
are
right.
like that. But
You're right. I'm tired of holding my tongue about. You're right.
yeah, like it's I think also black people are like they like, oh, I got to get my mentality. Me supporting you for some reason is taken away from me somehow when it's not.
Right.
You're gonna give your
So-
money to somebody else anyway. Like
So, okay, go ahead.
no, that was it.
So, the whole theory that, you know, it's hard to patron, you know, black businesses because they don't give you the correct customer service. You can, oh, I was off. I appreciate it. Like that.
Speaking to the mic.
See support. You do it all.
I had to.
You're
So,
Flag on the playground.
So, yeah, so like, you know, like the customer service is subpar on a lot of occasions. And
I
then
want
it's
your
like,
opinion on
it's like
that
a
too.
trickle down effect. It's like, and then it becomes a blanket statement. Oh, you know, I tried to mess with them, but they was late, they was this, they was that, they was this, and then you just put that blanket statement over all black business. And it's sad. It's unfortunate because I understand, you know, some experiences kind of, you know, put you in a certain mindset, but that wasn't me.
And you,
Yeah.
but you know what? It's one thing that can be done, and I was thinking about this when I was talking to my non-black friends that own businesses. Some of them super successful. They always say that their friends were always part of their growth, and that's not going to happen in the black community.
We don't circulate.
I believe that.
I don't say not. That's
I believe that. In most cases, I know friends who own businesses together, but they're a small percentage of the ones who, if anything, like you might end up with new friends once you get your business and stuff going.
And better friends.
Because your friends,
So,
because your friends just won't support
I
you.
don't think it's not gonna ever happen. I don't think it's gonna happen on a massive scale. Like it's happened before, and I'm sure it can happen again in smaller communities. But our problem on a massive scale is that we don't circulate our dollar within our own community.
Right?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Is this on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just
Facebook and Instagram.
because I did something on Facebook one time. I was going to start a whole campaign, but I didn't want it to come off as like I'm begging or whatever. But I was trying to test it. I was like, okay, my 5,000 Facebook friends are all live. Like these are people that I know that I've talked to, seen, deal with on some level, and this is 5,000 people. I was like, okay, imagine if half of my friends on Facebook ordered something off of my website.
Yep.
That would completely change my business altogether. If they just ordered one T-shirt, not the $100 T-shirt, a $30 T-shirt, a $28 hat, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If 2,500 of those people ordered that, that would completely change my business.
Yeah, on a big platform.
Yeah.
What's the chances of that happening?
It's not.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. 1,000.
And that's
not
sad
gonna
that we
happen.
can all, like,
1,000,
You
not
say
gonna
that
happen.
good 50.
50
maybe or
maybe.
100.
That's like okay. So for instance, like
10%.
within
Like
so my like the Facebook, like my followers or whatever. I can say I have. I don't know. It just felt like something to do.
You know.
Oh, I forgot you with the weapons training.
Yeah.
Last one.
what?
I'm sorry.
It's still
No,
fresh,
really.
okay?
Look at her face. Yeah, I did.
That's not a joke.
I'm sorry. Move over here. It's dangerous.
And armed.
Very well.
So like when I put the show out on like on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and you think like a lot of your people. So let's say I had 100 people in Detroit that follow me. Let's say 10 are actually following the page, but you'll get people to send stuff in the inbox. Oh, you should talk about this. Oh, you should talk about that.
Are
You
you
should
listening
this.
to what I've been trying to talk about?
Man.
How you know I haven't talked about that already?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, how do we get past? Like, where do we go from
Okay,
here?
now think about this. Let's just say all 5 of us had clothing lines, right? And all of our, we looked at our Facebook like that. Was like, okay, everybody, I need 1,000 of my Facebook friends to purchase an item off of my website. Now, if they did that for me, did that for you, you, that would change everything for all of us.
Correct.
Yeah.
In turn, we have friends who are doing the same thing. Now, this is only costing me one purchase that I'm going to do anyway from somewhere because everybody on Facebook earned me a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's why I even started doing this thing. I was like, okay, it's like selling to the money you can make if you start a brand. But that, say for instance, you had a subscription fee that's $5,
Right.
and 1,000 of your Facebook friends.
That would change.
It would change your way you operate. You can
Definitely.
do some other stuff.
Yeah.
If we as a community, or we as black people, if we can start thinking like that and actually start to do things like that, it will change the whole way that the world look at it, because we will start gaining financial strength.
Yeah.
Communities would be better. It would be more brick and mortar stores. Like we would need less of others' money and influence in our community. Like it's little small steps that can be taken that can change everything, but N-words ain't gonna do it.
Okay, so I think that we're clear that niggas ain't gonna do it. No, I'm just saying, like, so what's the next step though?
Market to
how
others.
do you?
And then because
They think we're cool anyway. So
Yeah, I mean,
the coolness.
That's true.
when you work and I've been in it for 20 years, and it hasn't broke how I wanted to, and I know it's me. God knows I know that He couldn't allow me to be a millionaire 4 or 5 years ago because
You be nigga rich.
it'd have been bad.
Yeah.
It'd have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
So He doggone sure couldn't let it happen 10 or 20 years ago when I was young, because I already thought that I was God's gift to this world. So I had to go through stuff in life to let me know, like, okay,
Right.
look, boy. So you had, oh man, listen, I could be here all night talking about this, and I just don't want. We need to start looking out for each other.
I agree with that.
Support, real support,
I agree with that.
small things. It won't hurt. It won't hurt.
So if we start small scale, we have this conversation here, everyone does it, and that just keeps moving exponentially. Ideally, we get somewhere and grow.
Yeah. Let's even start with family. Your family and friends. Like everybody that has a business should start a thing with their family and friends. Say, listen, on this day, I won't even put in a day, because if I don't have $20 that day, I don't have it. But let's just say, okay, listen, I need your support this week.
Yeah.
You know, I got a cousin, man. She got mad at me because I was like, I had put up a post about a T-shirt. So it was something. I was like, you know, your friend should support your brand. Whatever. She's like, well, if your friend don't got $20, I was like, my friend's got $20. She was like, oh, so what you trying to say? The people who don't got $20 can't be your friend, blah, blah. Got mad at me and blocked me on Facebook.
She blocked me too.
Yeah, she
Man,
wow.
how did we get there?
Yeah,
How
why?
did we get support?
My family.
Or was she upset because she didn't have $20?
She
She
got
had
it.
it. She spent more than $20 with each of us.
Yeah, she got
Way
it
more than 20.
all day long,
But you
she
didn't
just
mean
be
it that
tripping.
way.
I did.
She
just
stood
be
strong on her principle.
Yeah,
Okay.
she
She
did.
was like,
Stand
both
up
y'all
there.
niggas.
It was somebody that was really close to her heart that didn't have that $20.
Okay, and
She was mad at her.
Everybody doesn't have food. They had it at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, they get
You
to
can't
know. I just
expect
feel like-
nothing from people. I'm telling you, people are walking disappointments.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad, but
They are.
I mean,
But if you focus on that, then that's all you'll get at the end of the day.
right.
I don't sit here and focus and be like, oh my gosh, Ashley has not purchased anything in 6 months. What if I ain't had nothing for Ashley that interests her? What if she's severely saving for her next goal? There's so many what ifs, and at the end of the day, I'm not going to focus on Ashley when there's 9 other amazing friends or people that I know that can't even buy something. So why would I be like, let me go on these rants about Ashley or people like Ashley?
Yeah.
Can I go? Ashley, it's like I'm gonna put my energy, positive energy, into the other 9 people, or like
Unless you
9
can't
people
curse.
who. Okay. Well, either way, I'm being late. That that are able to support, and those people who are buying.
Is she shooting?
no, I curse like a sailor, but
Yeah, she
he
does.
always.
Look at that Draco. Get that boy back out
I
again.
guess I didn't.
She cussed like that.
He always be like,
That Draco back out.
"You're a delicate flower, but your mouth is not delicate."
She's like, man, fuck that.
Right, yeah, that's exactly how she
Why
was.
did you do that?
Excuse me.
You in the house like this. What you say? Oh my word.
So I'm trying to be better.
You over here in
No.
tears.
You look like that gift. You know which one, that little boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Old girl Diane off of
Diane?
Blackish.
Oh, that's my gift. That's my gift. I like that.
FYI, real quick, I got in an argument again with people about this. Do y'all say GIF or GIF?
Gift.
It's a GIF.
First of all, which one of y'all put a T on it?
He did. I didn't want to call him
Right,
out.
take him out
You were trying to be nice.
I was
Stop,
like,
Take him out
Stop
the
right now. Stop.
We just gonna put a wall
Stop.
there.
It
You're
wasn't
done.
supposed to
For
be
the
there.
rest of you,
It wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay.
It just happened to come out.
He said, yeah, it's a gift.
don't
Right.
do it.
Real confident, okay?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
So what y'all call it? Again, I heard. First of all, y'all said at the same time. I'm like, I heard a T, like from somewhere.
I absolutely heard
What
it.
do y'all-
I owned
I
up
was
to
gonna
it.
pull
It
him
was
to
a
the side,
mistake.
like-
Honestly, I
I
think
owned up to it. It was a mistake.
when it first started
Hey,
coming
big fella.
about, people called them GIFs. And then people just...
So supposedly,
As long as
owner.
it's not Mimi. I hate Mimi.
Oh my God.
If you, I don't care about gift or gift. As long as you don't sit here and be like, did I send you that Mimi?
No,
used
you
to
say
work-
that?
No.
I
I
know.
used to
Well,
work
just
with
no, be
never
so
heard
upset
that in my
about
life.
this.
I have heard it.
Yeah,
numerous
yeah.
times.
When it first started, I heard a couple people call it that, but now no one should be calling it
Yeah,
that.
at this point.
My old coworker, she feels good. And in conversation, I would try to be like, oh yeah, no, it's this funny meme, like, oh no, like, that's great. Oh, that you talking about that meme? Like, why do you keep saying meme? Why?
And she probably really so pointed that meme.
Yeah.
Like that meme.
Oh, that meme was
I ain't
crazy.
heard nobody say that in like years. Like, this is unacceptable.
That's what you used to call your little hot pocket as a child. Like, why are you saying this?
But I did hear
Look at
the
his
person.
What did you just say? I mean, you don't have a hot pocket, so you probably don't know what little girls call it. But am I wrong here?
Actually, you are. I've never called it that.
Oh,
You never,
Absolutely
Mimi?
not.
I was gonna let her cook. I was gonna let her cook 'cause I didn't cook.
As a child,
No,
yes.
no,
Girl,
no.
Mimi.
It's enough for me, dog.
Yes.
And you smiling
I'm
too.
not
like,
alone here.
No,
No.
that's news to
Maybe
me.
the viewers are with
Well, probably not.
No one called it the
I
hot
know.
pocket.
Dog,
I don't want to just say,
I don't call it hot
The
pocket
whole-
either.
No, that's fine. I'm not mad about the hot pocket.
nah, I gotta Google it.
But you went from hot pocket to Mimi, like it was already a
As a
nickname.
as a child.
So it went from a Mimi to a hot pocket.
So what'd you call it as a child?
My pride.
Cool.
Private.
As a kid?
You said cool
As
as
a-
a child.
What?
He looked like a mannish little boy too. He was probably 8. Like
That's disgusting.
Oh no.
First of all, I know your secrets.
oh,
First of all.
Whoa. Y'all getting
You don't.
The name.
I do.
And
I would.
G-O.
that's a different answer
I
from what I've
really,
heard.
I feel like Google and the will to try. Having a business is not easy. Every day is not going to be pretty. And at the end of the day, if you're doing more, I want to, or in the future, you gotta just do. And that's really the biggest part is just doing. So one, do you know what's going on in the field that you're interested in? If you don't, you're in trouble. Then two, do you really want to do it? Because discipline is gonna come into play. So the same way that you have people who work out every day. Okay, think of a healthy person, right? They are fit, they have abs, they have back muscles, all this kind of stuff. They probably don't want to drink 2 gallons of water every day and eat rabbit food, but they do it because they're disciplined. So that needs to be your work ethic. So if you know that you are interested in something for 3 days at a time, a business is probably not for you at the end of the day. Stay an employee or whatever, housewife, I don't know, but it's just like don't think that this is all like you're not gonna feel motivated every day. You are not going to feel creative every day. So your discipline needs to come into play. Your work ethic needs to come into play because this is work, like WORK, like real work. So if you're not about that life, then it's okay. Don't do it. But if you are interested in it, if you want to do it, if there's a burning desire in your heart, then just DOIT and Google. Stop asking me because I don't know the questions. I don't know the answers to everything. I feel like it's okay to ask questions about stuff you don't know, but I know if you didn't Google it because I know I've Googled it and it's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, where do I go to get an EIN? You didn't Google EIN. I know you didn't. Because why I know? Because I'm on Google and it shows me exactly where to click to go get an EIN. So I feel like people are, everybody wants the
They
easy
just
way out.
making conversation.
I was
They
about
ain't
to say
serious.
that.
And I ain't got
You just
time.
want to talk like you're going to do something.
I'm not chatty Cathy. Bye. I got stuff. I have work to do. Like,
They literally say like if you say something like before you even like put work into it, like it's a 90% chance you're not gonna do it. Like so people, especially nowadays, people are like all about talk. They're just gonna say something because it sounds nice and then go home and forget
especially when
about
they run
it.
into you. I gotta make it about a story. Yeah, you do. It's been there a year and a half.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
People just look for things to say, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to check you out.
Hey, but you know why they're saying it though.
Check
It makes them feel better to think that you actually care about what just came out of their mouth.
Right.
So
And people don't understand that. For anybody that might be listening or looking or whatever that knows me,
Disclaimer.
it pisses me off for you to be like, oh yeah, man, I gotta get by the story. Nigga.
they ain't gotta tell you first. You
Yeah,
there.
Right.
But,
Like if you had to get by the story, you would get there. Like
Why
don't
are
do
you
that.
lying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It pisses
But
me
I
off.
will
I just be
say-
like, okay, like
Nigga.
I guess too because we both have websites, so it's like there's more than one way, to get an item. If I'm like, yo, that jacket, you can order it, you can pay for it, and have somebody else pick it up. There are quite a few options. We do
Cash
orders.
out.
Yes, like
call
we
me,
can
cash
send you
out,
an
I'll mail
invoice.
it to you, whatever.
Anything.
I'll bring it to you if you in close.
We not slapping
really
on
ain't
the
trying to
no
go.
more. Like,
Yeah.
dude, even if you want me to, if I know you and you like, listen, can I meet you halfway? Something. Meet me halfway. But it's like, yo, it's so many options. So for you to still be like, I want that same shirt I've been wanting for like 3 months, like
That's true.
that's on you at this point.
And then people are like, oh man, y'all still got it? Why you asking?
Nigga, you should have bought it.
You had the opportunity when it came out.
Plenty. And if I love to say, I mean, it's whatever. It can be sound what it is. I love to be like, nope,
Right, it's
because
gone.
That you should.
no, I don't have that anymore.
Mhm.
I had it when you asked me. I had it when you asked me to order. I don't even do that anymore. Oh, I'm gonna come get it front. No, I need the money. You have the money up front.
Mm-hmm.
You have the money up front.
That's how you gotta do business.
I used to put stuff up for people.
Only
I
I
learned the lesson.
Oh.
You go to the back, it's like 30 bags of stuff back there. Like,
You got a customer
Take
out front
this
with
stuff.
cash in hand.
Right.
You
I'll
talking about
take
all
the stuff
that
back out
money.
front.
Hey man, you still coming?
There's
'Cause
6
Too
shirts in
nice
the
for
back,
your own
and you
good.
can't sell it. I ain't got. I
Yeah,
don't got that, man.
nah, that's tough.
everything got
People know
price.
your
Sorry.
thing is sold. You better send me a cash out.
Yeah,
That's the only way it's getting put up.
I needed to buy
Cash
it.
at me.
I need
Mm.
something.
Because that sucks for you all to have to take a loss on something they may never come get. You
Yeah.
had a guaranteed
Somebody wanted
customer
it.
in
They
hand.
wanted it, yeah.
I just think of the customer like a little cartoon with like the cash in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And here you are. I think
Mhm.
my friend coming in. Who?
Nah.
I don't know.
All right, so we're coming to that time. You Koolade, which one lead the people on? Sure.
Do not. No.
Do not tell him you're coming by the store.
If you do, I'm blocking.
And Tiffany gonna shoot you.
Support your family and friends first. Just, if you got to start there, start with your family and friends. Support people who are business owners. It's important. It's super important. That's the only way that they can continue to move forward.
No.
True. Just be great in whatever it is that you do. Being entrepreneurs of everybody, being executive of a big company of everybody, whatever it is that's in your lane, swerve in that lane, kill your lane. There's no traffic in your lane because it's literally your lane, and that's what's for you. So what's for you is what's for you. Nobody else can stop that. So ball out and be the best you that you can be.
Nice.
All right, ladies, you got anything? No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I would say,
Why are you looking at me these death stares?
didn't know I was on the spot. Yeah,
You did.
I was clearly I'm
Every
not prepared
Thursday.
and trying to throw it off on someone else, but that's not working. Come on, guys, help me.
Help!
Okay, so Aaron, you got
I'm thinking.
I do actually.
No, I did have something.
God.
It just came to me because when you asked them, I was like, oh shit,
You know it's coming, right?
something's coming this way. No, well, bro, I just think
It's a storm of brewing.
people have to work on finding their inner peace because I think that that's extremely important
Yeah.
in life. Like regardless, you have to center yourself and find yourself, and then you can go out into the world and conquer whatever it is you need to conquer. But if you have like inner turmoil going on, just inner issues, work on fixing that and find your peace.
Nice. I would say, don't focus on like being perfect. No one's perfect. Nothing is perfect. I would more so say like just focus on being better today than you were yesterday, tomorrow than you were today. Like if you really like put the effort into that, you'll be a totally different person over time. A better person though.
So for all those kind of to elaborate on what Melody was saying about
Thank you.
I'm sorry, yeah. I think I did it a couple times.
She ain't even shoot.
She did,
Boy.
but you got shot though.
I didn't even shoot her.
Jeff, just wait. I got a few choice words.
No, let this man say it so he can get cussed out when this is over with.
No, I'm keeping this running. I am scared. However, what is it? Is Business Startup Week going on next week in Detroit? So I wanted to make sure I touch on that. So anybody that's looking to do something, it's an opportunity. It's going to be, I think, from the 17th to the 20-something. It's like all day. You can go on Eventbrite. I think it's free tickets. So get out there and at least, get some information. At the end of the day, if it's something that you want to do, we have to develop, you know, our community. And the only way for us to do it is to start getting out here and building things, you know. That someone has to be the next pharmacist and the next grocery store, and, you know, we have to build these things in our community if we're going to have them to support. So get out there and do that. Tomorrow is, what is that? Quicken Loans is, what do they have? It's a demo day tomorrow. So go out there, check out that, check out what some people are doing and what they're trying to do, and just, I guess, you know, spark your creative side or whatever the case may be. So that's what's going on. That's what I have for the people. And
how can people follow you?
Oh yeah, your hashtag. I mean your handles.
Oh, AYV Lifestyle for everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Nice.
And your website?
AYVLifestyle.com.
So come check us out, guys. We are the Fresher brand. That's FRESHER on everything: Facebook, Instagram, the Twitter we're not on.
The Twitter.
The Twitter, like 70.
That's real old school.
Y'all got that Twitter?
Show me how to work the Twitter.
Right.
She's not working
I
for
didn't
me.
do that to you.
What ain't you tweeting?
What's the Twitter? So that's thefresherbrand.com. Yeah, that's my grandma. I have a great grandma. I know I have a great grandma on Facebook.
That is, I swear I'm about to say that.
Yeah.
Okay,
My great grandma likes the casino. That's another story for another day.
Mm.
So, yeah, and then
Get
check out
money.
the store, AYB Expressure. We're at 208 West 11 Mile in downtown Royal Oak. We are on 11 Mile in between Maine and Washington. If you know where the Sonic is, you can see my store. Black people love food, so you gotta connect with me.
I do know where that's on it.
So just walk on across and come see us.
Nice.
They have good ice.
Did you have something you want to promote? I seen you pull up something. No?
Put you on the spot again.
I wasn't gonna say nothing so people didn't know who he was talking to. Just gonna let him hang out there.
Just lean back. Like,
So, this has been Jay Legs, and this is the Coach of Cure. Peace.
bye, guys.
Yeah, I can.
That's where she has some other things.
No, because I thought I did, but I don't really know.
Had some up, but I'm trying to.
It's at Eastern Market, Flavors of Detroit.
You could have just said it.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Because for myself.